here, lot of Americans I have seen are worried about ghee. The minute they see ghee, they say, oh, there's cholesterol in it. Any thought that cholesterol is bad, and when you sit in your dining table and think of cholesterol, that stress itself will kill you faster than the cholesterol is cholesterol in it. Would you believe that according to Ayurveda, ghee is the best food? Ghee is the food that gives you the best health. It says, Ghritam Tejasvanam. The ghee is very good. Pitta Anila Haram. It removes all the bad things. Rasa Saujasam. Ojas is the best health. So if you base your food on ghee, which we Indians do back home, not in here, I don't see anybody eating ghee. They shun ghee here. They are afraid of it, of the cholesterol, which is a bogey raised by Western medicine, of wrong science of Western medicine that I have shown you. Ansel case, 26 country study. And Ansel case, of course, got a lot of money and he enjoyed his life. But the study that he gave was not a good study. But we still depend on that and say cholesterol is bad. And very thought that cholesterol is bad, and when you sit in your dining table and think of cholesterol, that stress itself will kill you faster than the cholesterol is. So the Indian message is Nitya Hita Mita Ahara Sevi. Eat in moderation what you like. But the word moderation is the key word. You should not overeat, which is very bad. Eat in moderation what you like. Samikshakari. The next word is work very hard, very hard. Hard work has not killed nobody, but laziness has killed. As a matter of fact, our ancestors used to work very hard and they were very healthy. And we should try to do that. We don't do that and we don't eat like them. And if we also work very hard and eat as they did, we will also live like them, healthy and happy for a long time. Samikshakari. Then it says, Data, be a giver, not a taker. You see, taking from somebody is stressful. Supposing you give me 100,000 rupees, I would say, why has he not given 200,000? Why only 100,000? You know, I become more greedy. But if I'm able to give you 1 rupee, I'm so happy that, well, I have been able to give this man something. So be a data, be a giver. Samaha, treat everyone as equal. In society, what we do is, big people we bow down and small people we mistreat. That is very bad for your health. Samaha. Then Satyapara, don't be a liar. Be truthful, because truth is not stressful. Lie is stressful, because if I told you a lie today, I'll remember that for next time when we meet also I must repeat the same lie. So it's very stressful and it raises your blood pressure and spoils your health. But if I told you the truth, truth is universal. So it is the same every time. So I don't have to worry, I don't have to remember, it's not stressful at all. So Samaha Satyapara. Then the most important thing comes, Kshamavan. I may say I don't harm anybody, but somebody else might come and harm me. Then also I should have the courage to forgive. Forgiveness is the greatest asset for good health. And forgiveness is, it's not cowardice. Forgiveness is courage. To forgive someone else who has harmed you, it requires a lot of courage on your part. And forgiveness is the greatest asset for health. And forgiveness improves your health and your longevity. Kshamavan. Then it says the most important thing, Aptopasevi Bhavet Arogyam. Treat everyone as your near and dear ones. Treat everyone as your family. And that's exactly what came up in the Harvard study of 90 years duration, that when you treat everyone as equal and friends, you will live long and live happily. That's exactly what Ayurveda said thousands of years ago. Aptopasevi Bhavet Arogyam. For good health, treat everyone as your near and dear ones. Don't hate nobody. Hatred is the biggest curse on human health and human longevity. And that's exactly what the Harvard study now says. So what I'm trying to tell you is, the Western studies, when followed for a long time, like the Harvard study, come up with the same data that the Indian studies have shown. Because we have been having this long-term longitudinal studies called longitudinal observation studies, which are the one basis of the Indian wisdom. Whereas the cross-sectional reductionist studies of RCT method in the West is only a short-term study, which can change every day. As a matter of fact, today they say milk is bad. Tomorrow they say milk is good. As a matter of fact, I was reading an article last week which said taking full cream milk will prevent from heart attack. Can you believe that? It came just last week. So this happens because the studies are short. They're cross-sectional studies. When you observe for a long time, like they did the Harvard study for 90 years and the Indian studies for thousands of years. We have come to the same conclusion that food doesn't matter, but the amount of food that you take that matters. And then what matters is how much you eat and how do you eat and how much you like others and how much you love others. So we have the long-term studies of India agree with the longest followed up study in America as far as the longevity and good health is concerned. This goes to show that our ancient wisdom, which we thought as unscientific and which we rejected when we came back here, we thought Western science is the best science. On the contrary, Western science, even Western scientists now think there's a lot of loopholes in Western science. As a matter of fact, the chairman of NICE is National Institute for Clinical Excellence in England, Rollins, his name is Rollins. He was saying that we have given too much of an importance for RCTs. They are put undeservedly high pedestal. That is why our science is going in the wrong direction. So RCTs don't take you in the right direction. Long-term studies only take you in the right direction. Long-term studies are aping the Indian studies of yore. So Western science is now slowly thinking of learning from the Indian science. And this applies to what you eat. So friends, don't worry about cholesterol sitting in the table and worry about this or that. Eat what you love to eat, what your ancestors have eaten and what they have enjoyed, but eat in moderation. And have some moderation in everything that you do, not only in eating, everything must have moderation. And moderation is a key word. And the dangerous word is hatred, what is called hostility. Never hate nobody, because hating does not do you any good. Hating only makes you feel bad. So the Indian food habits are good, and you can continue it even in this country. So you come and settle down here, it doesn't matter. The food you get now, I see we get all Indian food here. The way it is available in India, maybe in a better form. And so you can rely on our Indian food because we have been doing that. But don't sit here and say, I will take Mediterranean diet. I will take olive oil. No, all that is for Mediterranean people, not for you. For you, what you are brought up in. We were back home, we were brought up in India, especially in South India, we were brought up on coconut oil for thousands of years. And as a matter of fact, Kerala, people depend only on coconut oil. And Kerala has the lowest heart rate for mortality. A recent study in Kerala showed those westernized Keralites who thought coconut oil has cholesterol, and they stopped taking coconut oil and went into all these funny oils, the oils that are the Western medicine sells. Heart attack rate has started going up, and going back to the original coconut oil, the heart attack rate has started falling. So our food habits and our dietary concepts are probably for all times to come, and our wisdom of all times, because they have been observed for thousands of years, not for 6 months, 5 years or 10 years, but thousands of years of observational study. And observational research in many ways is much better than cross-sectional reductionist scientific research. In reductionist science, you have restrictions. Reductionist science depends on the idea of old idea of the space-time conundrum. But today we have quantum science, which is based on our consciousness.